Make that 26 after the Masters in January. First serve underway. DelaRosa and Emmrich on the other side. DelaRosa paused to pull the trigger.
I expect a lot of this match to be played at the kitchen, as DelaRosa and Emmrich are both two really good counters. They're a righty-lefty combo, so the Johns are going to be careful to speed up through the middle.
Couple of errors to start for DelaRosa. That's tough. The Johns brothers, they won't give you much. There's a big put away from the best racquetball players in the world. You talked about that overhead.
And also one of the loosest arms. If DelaRosa has a ball over his head, good night.
30 years old, resides in San Antonio, Texas, DelaRosa. Ooh.
Oh, come on.
A couple of twinners didn't go their way, but fancy nonetheless. It's a good look at Martin Emmrich, originally from Germany, former tennis pro. Reached as high as 35 in the world in doubles back in his day.
Yeah, really good first counter there by Emmrich. DelaRosa got caught a little outstretched.
And just a simple roll touch from Ben Johns. He does it better than anybody.
And the setup by Collin, Johnson's brother, just calmly and casually comes into the kitchen, resetting ball after ball. And you said it earlier, they're not going to give you anything, the Johns brothers. You really have to do your best to earn every advantage that you get. Good leave there by Emmrich. Saw the ball was below the net. Let that one fly out.
Ooh. Speed up attempt from Emmrich, successful. Thought Ben Johns maybe hit an out ball in the middle of that sequence.
Yeah, I think he was generous in his call.
Good pressure from Collin Johns on the right side.
That's good. There's the pressure from Daniel DelaRosa, and that's what a righty-lefty can do. If you drive from either player, and the other player can crash with their forehand in the middle.
Oh, incredible defense from Collin Johns to stay alive in that point.
And it's a beautiful example of turning defense into offense. They got pushed off the kitchen line, the Johns brothers did, and Johns, again, Collin, reset after reset until they can flip defense into a backhand flick of offense by his brother Ben.
Ooh, Collin Johns' reaction of survival.
Big swing there by DelaRosa. Some words being exchanged by the two.
Nice put away touch from DelaRosa.
Third left slightly high. You won't see that too often from Collin Johns, but the ball's up that high with DelaRosa's put-away power. It's good night.
Ooh.
Looked like it just missed wide. You know, earlier we've seen this a couple times. It'll be interesting to see if Emmrich and DelaRosa can use Ernie pressure with the ability, again, to the righty-lefty ability to apply some different types of pressure to the Johns brothers. There we see it right there.
Ben Johns, that's his bread and butter right there.
Good read there by DelaRosa. He knew that Ben saw Emmrich back, and so he was trying to keep the ball on Emmrich's side, so he jumped in. Just a slight overswing there, but a great read by DelaRosa. Nice.
Ooh, what an ATP finish for Daniel DelaRosa off a patient point.
And there is the racquetball skill right there. The ability, as you'll see here, for him to lean and flick his wrist in order to generate the ball around the net. You gotta love a good ATP, then some love off the net court immediately after.
You love those let courts. Finishing touch from Ben Johns.
Ooh, good read there by Emmrich. He left the first one high, slid to the position where he felt like the ball was going. It went there. His paddle was ready, just slight miss low.
Oh, Ben Johns goes inside out with deception on DelaRosa. Too good. Too much offense from DelaRosa and Emmrich from the kitchen.
And that's another ability of the righty-lefty where DelaRosa's going left at first, then it switches over and Emmrich takes it back over to the right.
And a missed return to follow.
Which is just the ability of the righty-lefty allows you to take different angles that two righties or two lefties, if that would happen, which it happens more.
One of the best, if not the best, right side men's player in the world. That is just too good from Ben Johns. Filthy angle.
And he's able to cup his wrist where he can then pull the ball back. Most players can't do that with one hand. Most will use two hands to generate that topspin. But as you'll see here, yeah, he cups his wrist, pulls the ball back. DelaRosa opts to go for the late ATP, but just can't quite wrap it back around the pole. tough one from Emmrich because he probably felt like he was in the advantage there, but this just didn't quite finish that backhand.
Wow. Too good from Collin Johns. Hooks it to the corner. And a missed serve to match. Second serve, Ben Johns, 2 points away.
Great punch volley there by DelaRosa off the Ben Johns drive. You could see he really leaned forward, extended his arm, was really tight in his punch, and was able to deliver that ball back near the baseline, which made it a tougher fifth shot drop for Ben Johns.
Pulls the trigger.
Yeah, and just 2 times ago, he went down the line, and that's, you're coming into that point. DelaRosa was leaning left because of the previous shot. Johns changes his spot and is able to get a better. Yeah, good choice by Emmrich, going at Collin Johns on the move. Johns overswings slightly, extends the ball, just misses.
Well, here's an update on the draw that you'll like as an Arizona man. Craig Johnson and Augustus Guh took their match against Todd Fote and Tyler Loom in 2 games.
Okay.
On to the round of 16 they go against Deckelbar and Tyson McGuffin.
A rematch of the Masters.
That's right.
There's the Ernie. There's the ability for the right side player. You know, if they're a lefty, they have a better advantage to be able to jump that kitchen line. But yeah, that'll be a good rematch set up as that game went to 3, Augustus and Craig in California.
Had the opening on the 2-handed backhand of Ben Johns. Went cross a couple times, opened up the line, missed it. And game point saved by DelaRosa and Emmrich. Missed serve. Too good. Too heavy of a roll from Ben Johns on that backhand shot. Game point. Oh, and a let cord to finish for Collin Johns, who hates those the most. How fitting. An 11-3 finish for the best men's doubles team in the world. Game 2 on the other side of this break. Sometimes the net gives you some fortune there, Collin Johns. Kyle knows it.
I want to have a conversation with Collin Johns about net courts. That's all I know.
Okay, well, maybe we'll have that chance after the match. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, today I just wanted to tell you about one of my new favorite accessories. It's this chair right here. It's made by a brand called Cliq, and this thing is amazing. It's super small, folds down about the size of a water bottle. It's very easy to set up. It takes me about 5 seconds to click this thing into place, and it makes a lot of sense for when I'm out in a place like this. They don't even have benches out here, so pop my chair down and I'm sitting pretty.
He just doesn't miss, and if, you know, people would notice him more if he was playing poorly, you know, but he plays so well, so consistently. It's really fun to watch.
Ooh, nice shot from Ben. That's the line drive he was looking for a moment ago.
Yeah, and 6 months ago, Ben Johns wasn't using this two-hander off the bounce, but he started to use it quite a bit more, giving himself a little bit more, as we see that ball sail from Collin Johns, a little bit more offense off the bounce on the backhand side. Which is also really cool. We'll talk more about that later. Great job there by Emmrich. Just getting more aggressive right off the bat. You saw him really take over. His body language shifted even though he stepped in front. Was prepared, mentally, physically, got his forehand on it, was able to win that point. Really, really nice play. As Dave Fleming would say, same guy. Great drop. And that's such a good drop because it was the trajectory of the drop, the spin on the drop caused Collin to have to reach off or really step off the line. And it was a hard shot, as you saw. He doesn't typically miss a shot like that, but it was because of the trajectory and spin.
Big play from Ben to follow.
One of the main differences you'll see in the men's game and the women's game, like Emmrich and DelaRosa are staying on the line. Beautiful put away. But they're staying on the line more. The women tend to take 1-2 steps off the line, and so you have more time if you're off the line. But if you're on the line and you get a hold of the ball, you can really put some damage on the counter. Thought I was going to hit that. You just feel like Ben is in control of the kitchen line, and he was moving them around more than he was the one being moved around.
Ooh, hands battle won by DelaRosa. Patient point, both sides. Well-placed dinks.
That's some great pickleball. That's great pickleball. I mean, you have to, at the higher levels, you feel like you have to win the point 5, 6, 7 times. And on both sides, there was great opportunity to put the point away. Great finish there by DelaRosa.
Just back for Ben.
Oh, this is good pickleball on the show.
Tie game, 3-all. Oh, Collin Johns shifts his body position, punches it down.
And that's the thing you want to do on your counters. As you see, Collin's going to shift here to his right, and he's going to get the ball down back at DelaRosa's feet. That's the most important thing on those counters.
Beautiful punch through the middle that time for Collin Johns.
DelaRosa, slightly off balance, leaning forward, and he didn't have a good amount of power on it because he was off balance, and that was an easier ball for Collin.
Collin makes those counter punches look so easy.
He definitely makes him look easy. He knows the patterns of the game, and he knows what his job is. And his job is, I got to slide right, and Ben's going to cover everything to the left. And so he makes it easy on himself by making that decision early.
It's a nice two-handed backhand Ben Johns has developed.
The benefits of the two-hander, you just more topspin. You can hit a more offensive shot versus always hitting a cut.
Oh, Ben Johns on the poach down the line. Pretty.
See Ben just read the ball outstretched here. He knows that.
Hey. Winner stays on.
0-0-2.
You can't name a lot of things that I didn't do. I'm stacking paper like a book, not a Kindle. Think I'm like me anymore. I'm so flashy, I don't even say cheese anymore. I don't just want it, I just want more. I'm a major key in this game, and these keys open doors. I'm a big mood. Yeah, I'm a big mood. You can't name a lot of things that I didn't do. I'm stacking paper like a book, not a Kindle. You outdated, I'm the one they getting into, and I don't break a sweat. Let's get it. I'm going all in, you know I stay ballin'. I'm going all in, you know I stay ballin'.
Match point.
Second serve. Hit this time. Six, 3-2.
Here's the loose arm of Daniel DelaRosa. He warned us.
And I love how he goes for it, kind of, on that ball he lets go. He just pulls his paddle back. Pretty.
Second serve.
Emmrich going for a line drive, which is a really good shot as a lefty, hitting a line drive to the player in front of you if they're ready. It's their backhand, which can often help you either and cause an error or it can get you into the kitchen more easily.
Oh, a two-handed beauty to the outside of the court. What a shot from Ben Johns, taking a page out of James Ignatowicz's book.
And the only reason that happens, you see him pull Daniel to the middle, is because he sped the ball up earlier in the match 2 times. So he set himself up.
It's one.
Serve back on the side of the Johns brothers. Winner of this one will face Jay DeVilliers and Ben Newell in the quarterfinals.
It's 6-3-1. Yeah. You won't take a point. Okay. Just
It's the voice of Onisha Smith, and Gary Miller is the second referee. Vicky Ryan, tracking referee.
6-3-1.
Not sure what speculation was there.
Second serve.
Got that ball wide enough just to make Ben outstretch enough to not make great contact on it.
Oh, thought that was out. Rosa, too good. You see that racquetball prowess shine through in that point.
36-1.
Cleaned up by Martin Emmrich, the lefty in the middle.
And DelaRosa, great job getting that first outstretched backhand down. And when he got it down, he was able to get that next put away.
Second serve. Four 6-2. Point.
Little run here for DelaRosa and Emmrich, pull backing within one.
Same spot again by Emmrich, hitting the two-handed backhand up the middle.
Wide for Emmrich.
Six, 5-1.
Ooh, just inside the baseline.
A great job by DelaRosa. He slid slightly over to his left, as you'll notice. Gets a little bit jammed, but he's able just to get a paddle on it and keep going.
Point. Seven, 5-2. Side out.
Again, the benefit of the lefty-righty. Ben goes up the middle. Martin Emmrich's already standing there as DelaRosa unwinds the stack. Ball is left slightly high, and because of that, Emmrich's able to put that ball away into space
5-7-1.
towards Ben's backhand. Oh. Emmrich making a little face at Ben. Looks like that ball almost landed in as it went out of the screen for just a moment.
Just smack for Emmrich.
Yeah, it was a good call by Collin. Collin has a good angle of the trajectory of the ball from over on that right side, and it's through the middle. It's below the net, coming off the bounce. Good read.
Second serve.
It's a hard ball to read. I mean, for rec players at home, I was out there this morning watching matches. We're all hitting too many out balls. It's hard because the ball's coming at you so fast, but it's most of these balls, many of them coming from below the net, are definitely going out.
Is there a way to practice for that?
Well, there is. In fact, I'm making a YouTube video about it right now. But
shameless plug.
Shameless plug. But the truth is, what happens is, and I'll finish this thought here in a moment.
5-7-1.
A rocket ship from DelaRosa. Most of us are reacting after our opponent hits the ball, and we have less than 0.4 of a second to make a decision. Our brains can't act that fast. Great lead there by DelaRosa, letting the ball fly. But my theory on this, as I've been practicing on court, is moving from a place of reacting to the ball after contact is made to actually making like a pre-shot read. That ball sails just wide. A pre-shot read essentially is seeing what your opponent is, what's their body language, what is the height of the ball, what's the depth of the ball, who is the player you're playing against, and making a prediction based on all those things if the ball's going in or out.
It's wide for Ben. DelaRosa and Emmrich
Okay.
on top for the first time. Maybe the second here in game 2. 8-7.
Here we go.
Looking to force the third.
8-7-2. Side out.
You know, Emmrich and DelaRosa, they've slowly worked their way back into this match by just making really good decisions, and executing their shots. They're hitting good thirds. They're getting to the kitchen. They're dinking well.
Ooh, beautiful touch from Ben Johns down the line. How does he grab that shot?
Well, number one, he's gone in different locations as you see him go down the line, and Emmrich actually slides over to his left, but he's played different locations throughout the match, so Emmrich's really guessing where he's going to be going.
Point.
Yeah, DelaRosa looked back, thinking that one may have been going out as well.
9-8-1.
Ooh,
Point. Match point.
pockets one right to the body of DelaRosa. And just like that, what was once a 1-point lead for DelaRosa and Emmrich is match point on the side of the Johns brothers.
10-8-1.
Ben Johns cleans it up on the backhand roll. Fitting touch to close it out, 11-3, 11-8.
Great plan, great match. The Johns brothers, it's death by 1,000 paper cuts over the course of the match. It's tough, but really, really good performance there, especially in game 2 by DelaRosa and Emmrich.
A well-oiled machine, and we will talk with the Johns brothers on their way to the quarterfinals against Jay DeVilliers and Ben Newell next.
The official ball of the PPA Tour.
Finish on DelaRosa and Emmrich, and they join us now to talk about the win. Collin, let's start with you. Trailing 8-7 in game 2. How were you guys able to turn the tide there, as you always seem to do at the final stretch, to pull it out in 2?
Yeah, I don't think we really changed anything. It was just some sloppy errors on our part. Kind of lost focus there for a few minutes, so it's just tighten it up, play a little bit better, and finish the job there.
Hey Ben, Kyle Kazuda here. I noticed you went to the two-hand backhand more in game 2 than you did in game 1. What led to going there in game 2?
It's something I've been working on. It's been in the workshop for a bit. So honestly, I think whenever you're experimenting with new shots, you have to put them into play in competition. You can't just practice with them. So this is kind of my pseudo tournament practice, I guess you could say. So I was just kind of trying some things, and that was one of them. Seeing how it worked, and didn't fold under pressure, so that was good. But yeah, you gotta put your new stuff in pressure situations and then see what happens.
I don't think I've ever seen you fold in pressure, Ben, but following up on that, close matches for you and Anna Lee yesterday in mixed, and obviously singles didn't go your way this weekend. What does that tell you about the field ahead, or is that a product of just some loose errors you guys were making?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the conditions were rough for everybody yesterday. Super windy, certainly very cold, so the ball flies. And that just makes for a very error-prone match or matches. So luckily we got more sun today, seemingly no wind. So that's definitely better for pickleball overall.
All right, guys, congrats on the win. We will see you in the quarterfinals on center later on. Have a good day.
Thank you.